It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First and 10, Newton. This is White on the screen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
The 33-yard line.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Good for the Patriots.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
48-yard line.
James White's first carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 1-yard gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First down, here's White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice pass start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
25-yard line.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Brees. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Brees. And that is incomplete.
Brees.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what...
And he fires one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense if you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll pitch it out to White. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again.
taken down back at the 34-yard line.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On 1st down, Newton. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Cameron Jordan, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Running out of the gun with White. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal at the 8.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits.
Can't fight it. He lost the football. It's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team and fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Touchdown, Patriots.
That's a tough one there defensively, because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it was 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Flush to his right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they will run it with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Crunching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots add on to their lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time when they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he finds Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st down, New Orleans.
Breeze now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
All right, CD, I want to fit in your preseason predictions here. This is now our 5th year together in the booth. Hard to believe time flies, but it's an annual tradition that you tell us how you think things are going to shape up in each conference. Let's start with your thought.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Michael Thomas. 52 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
The score, Patriots 21, Saints 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Newton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Newton.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Watch this. Gun. 8.
To the air again, Newton. He's got White here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Second and
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw.
Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Patriots touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
A scramble for it. I think the Patriots may have got it. They did. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. If they got it, I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. But it'll be second down.
All right, this gives us a chance, Charles, to go back to your playoff predictions. We covered the AFC. What do you see happening in the NFC?
All right, let's go with the division winners. Down.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Off play action. Newton. They'll find his tight end here. Asiasi. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards in a first. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Second and 10.
Defensively.
All day, dog.
Throwing again. Newton. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check safety.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And this is caught pretty well. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
17 yards.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against him here.
3rd and long.
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
CD, let's take a moment here and get your thoughts just on week one in general. Certainly no shortage of storylines, but I'm curious, after 1 week, which teams really caught your eye?
Well, teams with continuity certainly did. Kansas City, the defending champions, they were sharp in their season opener, as was Baltimore, who, of course, has title aspirations, getting upset in the playoffs last year. How about a couple of big surprises? What about Washington coming back from a big deficit against Philadelphia at home, getting a win for head coach Ron Rivera? What a big game for them. And, of course, Jacksonville. Everyone's talking about how this team has just been dismantled. They'll be lucky to win 2 games. They won a big one against Indianapolis. And, of course, all year long, we'll follow the New England, Tampa Bay ledger, won't we? In this case, New England, with all their changes, they get a win. Tampa Bay, with all their additions, they take a loss on the road at New Orleans.
Yeah, you know that coach in New England slept a little bit better than the quarterback down in Florida after week 1.
11 yards there, first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. They fake the give. Newton. His throw incomplete.
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough.
To throw again. Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I want to change course here for a second, CD, and talk about week 1 Breeze versus Brady. Obviously, such a spotlight matchup. Remember, these two met way back in the Big Ten in college. Brady won that game, Michigan over Purdue. But since being in the NFL, this was the 6th time they've gone head-to-head. Now, Breeze won the first 3 battles. Brady had won the next 2 battles, 4 and 5. Number 6, though, back to Drew Brees. And now we don't know how much longer, obviously, they're both going to be in the NFL. But while they are both in the NFC South, they're going to meet at least twice a season now, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's pretty smooth that you brought up how we don't know how much longer they'll be in the NFL. Are you alluding to their ages?
Yeah, they're old. I mean, they're older than me.
I mean, you did it well. Just think about this. Tom Brady's 41. It's going to be 43. And Drew Brees is 41. Collective 84. For these guys, when you look at all the passing numbers in NFL history, their names are at the top or near the top in just about every category.
The first game in NFL history with 2 starting quarterbacks over the age of 40. And you know, our stat guru, Ed Brady, put this together. Those 2 have thrown collectively for over 86 miles. I don't know what that means, but it's a lot.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 55 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
All right, while we have a second here, Charles, let's look ahead to week 2 on the NFL slate. Some great games coming up. I'm just looking early here Sunday. You got Carolina, Tampa Bay. Wondering if Tampa can get the win there. Detroit and Green Bay both 1-0. That's intriguing. An in-division game. And then, you know, Washington and Arizona, you probably wouldn't highlight that one normally, but one of those 2 teams, one of those teams, excuse me, is going to be 2-0.
Yeah, that's going to be a whole lot of fun to watch. And how about the Sunday nighter? New England at Seattle. Cam Newton now leading the Patriots. And Russell Wilson was so sharp in the opener at Atlanta. And then, of course, on Monday night, the opening of the Raiders Raiders' new stadium with the Saints coming to town. I'm really excited about that one.
And you've said it well with the Raiders. If there was ever a stadium that looked like a Raiders stadium, it's that one.
It certainly does, doesn't it? And, you know, I don't want to steal anything from anyone else or any movies or whatever, but the theme music, you got to know, is going to be dark and powerful, just like the Raiders want it to be.
Saints 15.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Pick up of 2.
2nd and 7.
2nd and goal at the Patriots 7-yard line.
Breeze now to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's gonna take
and the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Breeze going to throw. possession. Down he goes. Chili Calhoun in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted.